Hey guys, Chris here from Boxing Brothers Online Coaching, and today I'm going to give you a bit of a theory lesson on hard work. So we're going to go straight into it and jump into the analogy of the fit and fat guy on the heavy bag. Okay, so we have a 1 minute round, 1 minute on the heavy bag. Okay, 1 minute on the heavy bag. Now, I know that fat people can be fit too, but it's just a fun play on words, okay? So don't get offended. So we've got the fit guy, and we've got the fat guy. Okay? Unfit, whatever you want to call it. And they both complete a 1 minute round on the heavy bag. Now, at the end of that round, the buzzer goes, both gentlemen to come off the bag, and the fit guy is gasping for air, absolutely exhausted. And the fat guy is not. Now, this is not necessarily an indication as to who is fitter and who isn't. Okay? Just because the fit guy is gasping for air and exhausted, it doesn't mean he's unfit. And just because the fat guy is cruising, it doesn't mean that he's fit. It just means that one person knows how to work harder than the other. So over that 1 minute round, the fit guy has exerted, 100% of his maximum capacity, and the fat guy has exerted, let's just say for argument's sake, less than half of his maximum capacity, because he hasn't developed the ability to work hard. Now, the fit and the fat guy is just a way to demonstrate and to exemplify the two halves of ourselves, because we can always have moments where we're the fit guy and we can have moments when we're the fat guy, okay? Now, our effort is not a reflection on the session content itself. So instructing many classes for many years and running people through sessions, I've run universal session content, all right? So I might have 30, 40 people in the class and I'll just run one routine, okay? And depending on how everybody treats that routine will determine how much they get out of it. So oftentimes I get people that finish a routine and just by their body language and having observed them throughout the session, I can see they've got plenty left in the tank. Now obviously you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. I've had other people say, oh, that wasn't such a hard session, but the truth is they didn't work hard. So you want to make sure that if you want to get the most out of your sessions, that it's the quality of the session, not the quantity. Or oftentimes I might have people go and do extra work after a session because they didn't get enough out of the routine that they did. Now that's just a reflection on the fact that they did not exert like the fit guy, but they exerted like the fat guy, and then end up making up for it by training for longer, but not actually getting more out of it. When it comes to increasing your fitness and increasing your mental capacity to push your body, you need to be moving that line of your maximum capacity to push yourself every single time, okay, when you're doing a hard session, which you shouldn't be doing too frequently throughout the week, maybe twice, these kind of hard sessions, these fitness sessions. So let's just say, for example, I'll just move this board over a little bit. Let's just say, for example, this red line, okay, is your maximum capacity. Nice crooked line, okay? So this is just resting, and this is your maximum capacity, 100%, whatever that may be, okay? Everybody has their own standard of what that is, okay? Now, when you work really hard in a routine, what you do is you start from resting and you climb up to your maximum capacity. And what a large percentage of the population does when they train, they get really close to this 100, and as soon as they start getting close, they get very uncomfortable. They don't want to be there anymore. It hurts. Their brain is telling them to stop, and they drop it off again, and they bring it back down. And throughout the routine, they'll do this. They might get close to that 100, but not quite. Then they'll do this. And they'll go close to that 100, and then they'll do this. If you do that, you're going to maintain what you had because you're only reaching that pre-existing 100% capacity. Okay, I'm not going to get too scientific with this kind of stuff. I'm keeping it really basic, okay? You are not going to create a new standard of 100%. You're only maintaining what you had. You're not actually adding anything new to your arsenal, to your ability to push a little bit harder. What you need to be doing is lifting that black line up, and when you start approaching that 100%, you can't be backing it off. You need to push that extra little bit and then bring it back down every single time. And oftentimes we may think we're doing this, but in fact we're not. We're approaching that 100% capacity mark and then we're backing it off because it's uncomfortable. This is maintenance. That little tiny spike above your 100% capacity, that's the improvement. And if we continue to train like this, we will maintain what we have. We may get incrementally better, but essentially, if you want to see results and if you want to make the most out of your sessions, you need to be spiking above that 100% capacity. And this is very uncomfortable. This little spike at the end here is harder than the rest to pre-existing 100% capacity experience that you have. So you want to be making sure that if you're doing sessions, you're going to a gym, you're doing online coaching, whatever it may be, okay, and things start getting easy. Inevitably, you're getting fitter, well acquainted with the routines, with the style, whatever it may be. Things should not get easier. You should just be learning how to work harder. And you should be setting a new standard for yourself every single time that you do those hard sessions. So try not to handball the blame of the challenges that you're confronting in your training to the trainer, the routine, the exercises, etc. You need to be putting 100% effort into your routines and you will get out what you put in. I can tell you now that having done amateur boxing myself, the hardest thing I've ever done in my life is fight those 3 rounds. I didn't get into the opens, I only fought up until intermediate, so I did 3 2-minute rounds, and those 3 2-minute rounds were the hardest 6 minutes of my life, physically and mentally. And that's what we train for. We train and train and train and train. Even at an Olympic level, at an elite level of boxing, the high-level open fighters all around Australia and the world, they fight 3 3-minute rounds more often than not. That's the base standard. 9 minutes. Now, if they can exert themselves and train day in, day out to prepare themselves for 9 minutes of hard work, then your workouts, if they are anything over 9 minutes, in theory, should be more than enough for you to absolutely see results. So, take a step back, have a look at the way you're approaching your training, and determine whether or not you're putting in absolutely maximum effort every single session, every single hard session that is, and whether or not you are taking responsibility and accountability for what you put into your sessions. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Remember to like and subscribe and share with your friends. I'll see you next time. Work hard.